Hello, everybody. Here we are again. Elvira continues paying attention to all the class. And now we are going to study the lesson 6. Lesson 6 green that we use, we learn two very important grammatical parts. One is there to be, okay, or we use there is or there are. In terms of existence, I explained to you, and we have the uses of the WH questions. Structures with WH we use generally to make questions. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. Here we go. So this is it. Grammar session, season 1, lesson 6 green. Here we go. And here we have the there plus the verb to be. Okay? With the verb to be and there, we use to talk about, to give you the idea of existence. In Portuguese, we use, oh, in my house exists something, or I have something. My house has something. In English, impossible, guys. We use there plus the verb to be to determine first the quantity and second the existence of something. And it's very simple, okay? So basically, we use there and the verb to be is when we are talking about something singular. Like the example, there is a car in the street. One car in the street, singular, so there is a car in the street. And if we want to use plural, if we have something in plural, we are going to use there and the verb to be are, that is the determination of plural, okay, to indicate the existence of two or more things. So for example, equal sentence, there are cars in the street. So more than one, plural. If it's plural, are. If it's are, there are. Okay, there are cars in the street. Okay, very simple the idea. Here's some other examples for you of using there is and there are. So when we have, again, only one thing, there is singular. So there is a woman, there is a car, there is an apple, there is a book, there is a boy. Only one thing, only in singular. The verb to be we are going to use is. Okay? What situation we use in terms of existence and for describing rooms or pictures or something you want to describe, to give description, detailed information about something. We are going to use that are when we have two or more things, plural. So that are 2 oranges, that are 3 people, that are 5 glasses, that are 6 women, that are 4 girls. So you are telling about something, you are showing the existence. That are for plural, there is for singular. Very, very simple, very, very easy to understand. Okay? The continuation here, the position in the sentence, okay, of the structure, there is, there are, in positive, affirmative sentence. There is a table, there are 2 desks. So there to be is, there is a table, 1 table, so singular. There are 2 chairs, 2 plural, so that's the reason we use that are. In negative, simply you use the verb to be and not to the same rule for the verb to be we learned in chapter 1, in lesson 1. Okay, so there is a table. The negative of this sentence, there is not a table, or there isn't a table. And in terms of plural, that are not, any desks, in the opposition of there are two desks. Here, plural, and affirmative. Here, plural and negative. Okay? Any problem here? Continuation, yes or no questions. Okay, what is yes or no questions, guys? Very important in English. I always talk to you about this. Every time we have a question and the answer obligatorily is yes or no, we need to repeat the structure of your question. Okay? So, for example, if my question is there a table? What's the idea? Exist a table. In English, we use is there a table? So your answer obligatory is yes or no. So if your answer is yes, so yes, there is. Obligatory to repeat the structure. Yes, there is. Or you are going to deny it to make it in the negative. So you need to use no, there isn't. So is there blah, blah, blah? Yes, there is, or no, there isn't. The same situation for questions in plural. Are there any desks? Your answer is yes or no. So yes, there are, or no, there aren't. And there aren't, you are using it in negative structure. Okay? Guys, this is not optional. This is mandatory, obligatory. João, if I don't answer this, if I answer, is there a table? I say, yes. People understand? Yes. Is this correct? No. Grammatically, your sentence is incorrect. So in a TOEFL exam, in a Cambridge exam, in a Michigan exam, in a work examination, admission exam, your answer is wrong. You are going to have problems for not respecting the structure. Always remember this, guys. Question with verb to be, answer with verb to be. Yes or no. Question with there is that are. Answer with there is that are. Okay? This is very important to respect in English. Okay? So, continuation here. More structures of there is that are. So, there is plus a singular noun. We are going to use, remember the articles we learned in lesson 2 and 3, okay? There is a book on the desk. A book, synonymous of one book, representing a singular noun. In plural, there are plus plural noun. So, for example, there are books on the desk. Attention, a book or an apple, synonymous of one. Lesson 2 and lesson 3. In plural, no a, no an. So there is a book, there is one book. There are books, 2, 3, 10, 1 million books. So no a books, impossible. A or an, synonymous of one. Okay? And here, there is plus uncountable noun. So every time we have an uncountable noun, impossible to count, we use in singular. There is some milk on the fridge, in the fridge. Okay? So countables and uncountables, we study a little in the future. Relax. Okay? Just the idea. The same way in negative people, there isn't plus a singular noun. So there is a book here in affirmative. In negative, there isn't a pen on the table. Again, we use the article a or an when we have the case. Two singular nouns. Okay, only for singular. Check here in plural. There aren't plus plural nouns. There aren't any pens here. So there aren't pens here. So no a, no n, only indicating that the no existence of something. Okay, but it is in plural. That is the reason we use are. Is for singular, are for plural. Okay? Here in question, so imagine my sentence is, there is a cat on the chair. How can we make the interrogative? Again, the rules of the verb to be. So I use the verb to be in front of the start of the sentence, of the beginning of the sentence. So, is there a cat on the chair? You are only inverting. Your structure is there is in affirmative, there isn't in negative, and interrogative, you invert the verb to be. Equal, only the verb to be. Is there a cat on the chair? Only inverting. And for plural, equal situation. In plural, there are cats on the sofa. Okay? So here indicating plural is not my case here with only Elvira. Okay? But there are cats on the sofa. To make the question, invert the verb to be in front of there. So are there cats on the sofa? And again, we are using plural, so no a, no n. Okay? This other part here, the plural nouns, how many, I explained in another lesson that is more adequate to the situation. Okay? But only to show that the order, the structures of the sentences in English maintain a rhythm, maintain a standard. Okay, it's always equal. Verb to be, affirmative, verb to be and not in negative, verb to be in the beginning of the sentence to make questions. Equal the simple verb to be. I am João, the negative. I am not João, the interrogative. Am I João? Simple. There is a boy in my house. The negative. There is not a boy in my house. The interrogative. Is there a boy in my house? Simple. Only invert the situation. Equal for plural. There are cars in the street. The negative. There aren't cars on the street. The interrogative. Are there cars on the street? Simply positions of the verb to be. Okay? Continuing here, the WH questions. People confuse this, and this is very, very simple, guys. For every situation, we have one specific WH question. Okay? So what's that? What? Okay? When do we use what? When our question is about a thing, is about a curiosity, a general curiosity we have. For example, what is your name? What is your address? What is your profession? It's a curiosity. Okay? Or when you are pointing something, oh, what is this? What is that? So it's a curiosity in relation to a thing, an object. Okay? Then we have where. Every time we question where, we are questioning about a place or a location. Our answer, obligatory, will be a place or a location. Oh, where do you study English? I study English at Target. Where do you live? Oh, I live in São Paulo. Where do you work? I work at McDonald's. So every time my question is where, my answer is going to be a place or a location. All right? When we question who, every time we question who, our answer is going to be a person. Okay? Who is your teacher? Oh, my teacher is Big John. Who is your mother? Oh, my mother is Rita. Who is the president? Who is the best soccer player in Brazil? Always will be a person or people if it's in plural. Okay? Who are your best friends? Oh, my best friends are Marcio and Vinicius. Okay? It's plural instead of who is, who are. Okay? Remember, there is that are singular and plural. Who is for singular, who are for plural. No problem. Okay? When every time we have a question, when my answer is going to be in relation to a time or a date. It's going to be talking about a date, a time, okay, an hour, something related to time. So when is your birthday? Oh, my birthday is in November. Okay. When are you going to travel? Oh, I am going to travel in January. Is about time. Every time you question when. When is your English class? Or my English class is Monday morning. Okay? And continuing here, when we question why, every time we question why, guys, my answer is going to be a reason or a motive of something. What is important here, especially in relation to why? Every time we question why, our answer is going to be because, obligatory. Why do you study English? Oh, because it is important for my career. Why are you fat? Oh, because I drink a lot of beer. Every time your question is why, your answer is going to be because, representing a reason or a motive. Okay? Here, we have some others, okay? Like which, when we are asking about choice, okay? When you give options, which car do you prefer, Lamborghini or Ferrari? Which food do you prefer, pizza or hamburger? So when you have options and I give the options, we question which, okay? And then we question how many when you want to know the quantity of something. How many cars do you have? How many brothers do you have? Okay? Every time we question how many, we are talking about a quantity. All right? And when we question how often, we are questioning about frequency. The frequency you do something. How often do you study English? Oh, Big John, I study English every day. How often do you go to the gym? Oh, I go to the gym 3 times a week. So it's the frequency. How often we use to know the frequency of something. Okay? Continuing here, more examples of WH questions. Okay? And other situations we are going to use along the course. We have more options here, okay, that we don't use now, but we are going to use in the future, okay? I just put here to identify all the situations we have using the WH. And here, guys, you say, Big John, here is not WH. Yes, it is. H and W. H and W. So WH questions. That's the official name. That's the name people use. That is the reason the name is WH questions or WH words or WH structures because it contains WH on your sentence. Okay? So very good. Let me see if I have other here. No, this is it. So here was the content of our lesson 6 green. Very simple, very to be, to describe existence and WH questions, structures, special structures you use to make questions. Okay, guys. See you next class. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.